Hey, Nick, Supik, Century 21. I hope you're doing well. I was just thinking about you here and wanted to cover the topic of why some homes don't sell when they're on the market. And primarily, I think there's about four different reasons. Number one being like exposure, your home not being exposed to properly. Two, pricing. Three, I believe we were going to say access to the home, and then four would be condition. I don't know that they're all equal importance, but those are like four main factors. So first, the exposure. I have what I you can look it up on my website. It's nicksupik.com or pittsburghcentury21.com. So I have a whole marketing plan on there. It's a 24-point plan of action. I just want to be really super aggressive for you. If you're not getting offers, it's one of those four things, if not all four of those things. Uh, and and some of that kind of just comes right back to your agent. If your agent doesn't have a full plan, so I would go. You can review that right on my website. You don't have to you can just hit download and it just gives it to you so you can see. But I'm marketing for buyers, marketing for agents. Just want to be super aggressive. Make sure your home is positioned properly in the market. Very, very, very important. Professional photography. People don't like the photo. If they don't like the front photo, when you got to sell it twice. If they don't online and then sell it in person. So if they don't like the first photo when they're clicking on houses one after another, if they don't like the first photo, they're not looking at the second photo. If they're not looking at the photos, they're never going to read about it. So like one thing after another. If you're not covering those things, it doesn't really matter. So two is pricing. Pricing is critical. Pricing is actually part of exposure and marketing too. Because if it's not being positioned in the market correctly by the price, then that's a problem, right? You're marketing to the wrong buyers. So just real quick, I don't want to spend a lot of time because I could do a whole video just on this here alone, but typically, this is So I'm going to use this. I'm going to say old school pricing strategy. And the reality is, I'm kind of an old school guy, so I kind of get this. But if this is the price of your home, this is what it's worth. This is what the appraiser says, the neighbor says, the neighbor's dog, the buyers are selling. Like everybody knows, this is what your home should sell for. This price, whatever that number is. But you go, hey, I want to try for more, and you go, I mean, it makes sense. Hey, why would we not try for more, right? Yeah, let's go for it. So here's what happens. So let's say we price it 10% too high. So this is 10%. Average home is 250,000. So now we're at 25,000 overpriced, right? And this is what it's worth. It's 10% overpriced. It's 25K. I'm a bad writer there. So 25,000. And the buyers go, I know they know the buyers are the smartest ones. Because they're out there looking at every single house in their price range. Because they want to buy, they're not trying to buy the best priced house. They're trying to buy the best house in their price. So when they see one, they know what that's worth. They go, it's overpriced by 25 grand. So they're like, should we even go look at it? They're not even sure because they're thinking that seller's probably not realistic. They're like, so if they do, they go in, they love it. They're like, oh gosh, we love it. So now they know it's 10% high, so they got to come in 10% low. So now they're coming in 50,000, 50K under uh, what the asking price is, and so now they got to come in at if it's worth 250, priced at 275, they got to come in at 225 in their mind to negotiate it to the value. I don't know how many that just doesn't happen too often anymore. Now, again, old school. I've been doing this for 15 years, which isn't exactly old school, but that was pretty common, to negotiate some price, right? But nowadays, what we do in COVID, we've always known this. I've had mentors, that have mentored me into the business, and when it comes to pricing. So if this is the value, right? The old school was price it up here. New school says price it right here. Price it just under value. And the buyers go crazy, right? The buyers go, that's a good deal. Every buyer in the neighborhood, every buyer in the county shows up. And all of a sudden you get multiple offers and the price goes up, right? The price goes up. That's how you get more money. confusion there. Sometimes they're afraid to. I'm afraid to do that. I can always come down later. Yeah, so you can always come down later. This is your activity level. This is your first 3 to 5 weeks. This is your. So if you don't get the multiple offers in the first 3 to 5 weeks, you can come down later over there when you're negotiating with one person, and then the price comes down even lower, and then the home doesn't sell. 6 months goes by, and you get ticked off at your agent. So, all right, that's price. I don't want to go too deep into that. I have some more stuff there, but so that's price, exposure, price, and then we go into access. So access says, do you have a lockbox on your home? Is it accessible? Not 24 hours a day, but is it accessible 12 hours a day? Right? How much notice do you need? Can the agents kind of set up a showing in pretty quick? Within a half hour to an hour. Hey, they're out looking they're out in the neighborhood. They just realized, oh wow, how did we not see this one? Can we get in there? Right? You need to be aggressive about getting people in the door. And so, I mean, vacant homes, and I'm not suggesting you have to have a vacant home, but if the home is vacant, they do sell quicker because they have instant accessibility. Agents know that. I mean, if I'm out showing a house with somebody and they only want to look at like one home, maybe two, and I know like the one's probably got offers on it, so we're going to get in maybe one, and the other one is probably not going to really go well anyways. I'll look and see if there's some other houses in the neighborhoods in the area that are vacant, and then I go, hey, I know you like that home, but you still want to think about it. Let me show you these other 3 homes that are just down the street. That way, now all of a sudden, I'm getting them in 4 or 5 homes because I got them in the vacant homes. I get them in there quickly. But when I sit down with somebody on a listing appointment, I literally go over this. I kind of make a schedule with you. Like, when is the home going to be available? When is it not? Like, when is no good? How much notice do you need? I mean, hey, do you need 24 hours notice? You need 12 hours notice? You need 2 hours notice? So and I literally just build out a schedule. Then it's available. That way the agents know. And we just mark off date and times. Hey, this time's no good. This time's no good. But we just schedule in there. So we want to make it accessible. The lockbox records every agent. Only agents can access the lockbox. It's electronic, and when any agent opens it, automatically records who has opened it, the date. It's timestamped. Date and timestamped. So very important from a safety perspective. And then it actually shuts off at night. That way nobody can access it during the evenings, So number 4, condition of your home. So there's nothing, there's always something that can fix condition, right? And it's called price. But, if you're not going to fix something, then just know that the price is probably going to come down in that area in some way. So on my website, I also have Make Your Home Stand Out. This helps you prepare your home for the proper condition. It's a downloadable. You don't even have to give me your email or anything. You can just have it for free. Click the button, it automatically, you can just print it off and access it anytime. But this is what I kind of tell my clients. Hey, this is prepare your home for photos. So when I'm coming to see you to list your home, we're going to do the photography, do the virtual tours, do all that. This is prepare your home for photos. And then number 2, this is prepare your home for showings. That way your home will show in its best light, because you only get one chance to make a first impression. And so it starts out in the front. When somebody pulls up to your house, they're making a decision instantly on whether this is even going to be a good fit for them based on the condition. But so condition, every home has one. Every home has a condition. Now, hey, sometimes we're selling an as-is property. It happens. Or we're selling a fixer-upper. Love it. I sell them all the time, right? I sell multi-million-dollar homes, gone down to fixer-uppers. I've sold them for $10,000 to millions of dollars, right? So I'm an equal opportunity home seller here, right? But it doesn't mean you can't make your home show well. You can still make it show its best, and because people can tell when you're trying. People go, "Hey, well, we live here." I'm like, yeah, people get that. They get it. Just do your best, and just do a little better every time too. But so those are the 4 things that cause a home not to sell. Try not to let those be the 4 things that cause your home not to sell. And I have a whole additional parts of that plan that I go over with folks when I meet with them in person, and I have a whole presentation. But that I kind of want to like tailor it to help you. So, all right. Hope that was a blessing to you, and I hope that your home, when it comes on the market next time, that it doesn't falter on the market, and hopefully it sells for top dollar. And all right, have a blessed day. Enjoy it. Bye.